Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be able to film this video for you guys because if you guys haven't seen already, which I'm pretty sure you guys have, Morphe has came out with just like basically a whole new rebrand, like some new products, but they are just upgrading. Like Morphe is coming back new. I do not know if there's new ownership. I do not know the details, but I do know that I am interested. I'm excited to be excited to play with makeup, if that makes sense. And I feel like if you know, you know. Yes, I do have a scratch going all the way down my face. That is from my cat. She loves to cuddle. She jumped on my bed about 3-4 o'clock this morning. And she was about to slip back down off the bed, and so she decided to use my face to help support her to get back up on the bed. So she did not mean it intentionally. It was very accidental, but unfortunately I am left with a cat scratch on my face, a pretty long one to be exact. So I'm just gonna have to make sure that I'm taking care of it and that I put some scar gel on it, but I do have my skincare. We are going to be putting makeup over it, but this makeup's going to be coming off very soon. So we are just playing today. The only thing I do not have from Morphe is mascara and primer. Everything else I do have. So I always get inspired when I buy quite a few products from a specific brand, then it just inspires me to do a full face. I just filmed a e.l.f. recently, and so now we're moving on to Morphe. So I'm going to go in, speaking of e.l.f., with the Power Grip Matte Primer. I think I think Morphe does have a primer, but I feel, if I remember correctly, that it is from their Morphe 2 line, I think. I don't know. And I do not even know if they still sell products from the Morphe 2 line. I don't see the line as much. Like I used to see it at Target, and now I don't see it, I don't think, anymore. So I don't know. I think they might have maybe discontinued the Morphe 2 line. If I remember correctly, I'm thinking of like a pink jelly dewy primer. I don't know. Maybe I could be completely wrong. Because I know e.l.f. has like the pink niacinamide primer, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. But anywho, yeah, I don't know. Like, what products have you been noticing that Morphe has came out with that you like? What products are getting your attention? First is foundation. So this is a newer foundation to their line, but it is not a brand new product. But this is what is this? The Light Form Extended Hydration Foundation. So this is like more of my winter shade, as you can tell. It does oxidize a bit, so that's why I did get it a shade lighter than even what I would in the winter, but it does oxidize. However, I do have the Morphe Hot Shot like bronzy drops, basically. So this one is in Bronze Bombshell, and you can use this for bronzing. You can use it you can put it in like your foundation. You can use it as a bronzer, like a liquid bronzer. I have used this more as a liquid bronzer than I did as like the e.l.f. bronzy drops or the Drunk Elephant bronzy drops. So this is the first time that I will be using it as like a mixture into my foundation. Shook it up. I'm just gonna add like basically a pump. I kind of did like little mini pumps, so we're gonna say it's like about a pump. I don't know. And then we're gonna do the drops, and I'm just gonna put the lid on that before I regret not. That's what we have. It looks a lot lighter on camera than oh, we didn't mix it right, huh? I guess not. And this is not the most fullest coverage foundation, so it's definitely not going to cover up my scratch. But because it's not the most fullest coverage, it may not look terrible being off. I maybe should have like put more bronzy and less foundation, but we'll see. It doesn't look bad. Like, I feel on camera or in person, it actually looks fine. We're just gonna use what's on the sponge. We're gonna go in with the Morphe 2 bronzer stick. They did just come out with, I think, bronzer or contour sticks I did want to pick one up and I am interested, but because I have this one from them, I was like, I don't need, in general I don't need another bronzer stick, but I don't need two from Morphe. So I'm like, Sierra, you're gonna finish what you have and then you can go back and get one. People are like coming home from school and stuff, so if you hear my dog barking, she's protecting the house, okay? I have my protein coffee. Hello. I need to eat something really soon. I'm craving a tuna wrap, so that's what I'm going to eat as soon as I get back from picking up my daughter. Two of the products that I got from the new Morphe line is their concealer. It's the Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer. I got one shade in like the normal concealer shade because they do have correctors, and then they have like normal colors for normal concealing. So I got mine in the shade Sand FW for the normal one, and then I got Blossom 01. Whenever I get the peachy one, like, it always looks darker. So, and I want something that's going to brighten my under eye. So I'm going to start off with the corrector, because if I am doing this correctly, you normally put the corrector underneath, right, to correct. So we're gonna do that, and then we might put some more on top to like brighten. I don't know. I also picked up two of the new Morphe. They redid their brushes as well. Like they're not black anymore. They're like a nice white color. I do have the Makeup by Ariel artist like collection. I do have that collection, which I absolutely love. I recommend those brushes if you're looking for like a good affordable set. You can choose face, eyes, or a combo of both. Great. Okay, I do have that. Most of them have to get washed, not because they're dirty, but because I have them in a container that isn't covered, so they just collect so much dust. So if I use those brushes, I need to wash them. I need to buy new containers. I really do. But anyways, yes, two concealer brushes, because I've been really liking using a brush under my eye versus a sponge. The one that I've been absolutely loving that actually got me into using a brush again for the under eye is the one from Refi. This I use for my foundation, and this I use for the concealer. I do have to wash it, so I'm glad that I do have new brushes. Technically should wash them first before using them and letting them dry, but I normally just go right in. So I'm gonna go in with the domed concealer brush first. It's the M133. They feel really nice. It doesn't feel super lightweight, but not like, you know, super heavy either. So let's go in 01 Blossom. You do get like a lot of product on the doe foot, so I'm just gonna wipe some of that off because I don't want to like put too much. With school starting and us waking up at the crack of dawn, I was like, Mama needs a good concealer. I need a good concealer. I need a good corrector. I just need a good everything. Okay, I might have put a lot. I really didn't want to go all in like that, but we did. But I like that, and that obviously brightened. We're gonna go in with a sponge. That eye compared to this eye, because obviously you can see. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with the 5W Sand. I feel like the white lid though is gonna get dirty because I feel like I already have like foundation fingers from holding the sponge. So I'm gonna put 2 dots, but like not as much product, if that makes any type of sense. But I don't feel like I need a whole lot because I don't want to like pack it on. And then for that concealer, I'm going to use the M131 brush, which is also a concealer brush, but this one is a rounded paddle. Okay, so this is what this brush looks like. It's almost like your paw brush. Okay. I love how I got 2 concealers and 2 concealer brushes, but it kind of works out because then I get to try everything. Ooh. I do think that this brush is good for like This, I think this brush will be better for like clay or like solid cream concealers. Like if you have like the NARS pot concealer or anything like that, anything in a pot, I feel like this would be better because it's more dense, which I still will use that one. But this one is more of my like type, you know what I mean? It's a little bit more fluffier, softer. Like I said, it's like your kitty paw brush in a way. It has the stipple bristles up at the top that like makes it a little bit lighter. So I like that. I'm just gonna add just a little bit more, just because I was so light-handed, and I just want to make sure that we're covering all of that like super bright, not all of it, but you know what I mean. Like I don't want like just pale under eyes. So this concealer is gonna add some color back. It says, fake a full night's sleep with this lightweight serum-infused concealer that brightens, corrects, and soothes the appearance of under eyes with a naturally radiant finish formulated with arnica, sweet potato extract, tremella, mushroom, hyaluronic acid, and glycerin. Wake Up Artist hydrates skin immediately for comfortable all-day wear. So this is going to be more of a hydrating formula. Next we're going to set, they do have their powders in like the newer packaging. This is the older packaging. I do not know if the formula is different though. So but this one is the brightening pink bacon set powder. Again, they might have just like changed the packaging, kind of like Elf. Like Elf had the black packaging and then they did like the light pink theme. I think it is starting to rain. It looks so dark. Like I mean, my curtains are blackout curtains, but with the cats playing with them, you can see a little bit outside. Boom, look at that. All right, so I'm just gonna go in with my Puff Pass Kimchi Chic powder. That is Thunder. You see that on my forehead? Look at that shine. Gone. Alright, my face is now set and looking smooth. So for blush, this is newer for Morphe. This is their Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trio blush. Mine is in the shade After Party. There's a couple that I want, but I still have like the paper on it. But this one is just like so pretty. It was like a mauvey, bronzy, I don't know. It just was a very pretty one and I love it. But this is like a cream. This is like a balmy finish. And then this is like your powder. Okay, so I heard that you're supposed to go in with the balm first, the cream, and then the powder. I don't know. That's what we're gonna do. There's pigment there. We were powdered and blurred, but not no more. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with this cream product. Not too much. I'm just gonna go over top of that. It's really dewy. And then powder. So the powder does also have like a little shimmer in it as well. Gonna go over that just to kind of set everything down, and it does take some of like the dewiness away and like blurs it a little bit, but I'm just gonna go under my eyes just a little bit to blur things out, but you're still gonna have that dewiness pop through. Okay, I'm saying it just makes you look very bronzy, very like summery. I am super excited because I ordered a new mic, so I'm excited to hear what my audio is going to sound like, and I no longer have to wait for my dogs to stop barking or worry about TV sounds, because it's the little mic from TikTok that everyone is like, guys, do you hear all the wind? Do you hear this? Do you hear that? And then they plug it in and then all you hear is just very clear, high quality like sound from the people talking. Like that's what I got. I'm super excited. Okay, back to Morphe products. I am going to do my brows. So I picked up the new Nano Morphe Brow Pencil in the shade Java, and it is the 0.9 millimeter tip, which this is what the product looks like. And you have a spoolie, and then you have your little teeny tiny pencil, which is what I like lately. I do. You just have to be careful because most of them, haven't tried this one yet, but most of them, the thinner, they break. So you have to be careful with pressure. Before I go in though with the brow pencil, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Micromanager Gripping Brow Gel. I don't know if I should have went in with this first, like when I was doing my primer, or if it's okay on top of foundation. I'm gonna try to like wipe as much product away from my eyebrows as possible. Oh, this is gonna get very fingerprinty up really quick. I thought it was just the lid that was silver, but anyways, I got fingerprints all over it already, but it is a very nice, like, metallic looking container. Oh, I have it upside down. Oh my gosh. I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of product. No, it's upside down. So this is the brush. It's very, very little. So it's going to get all those little, those little teeny tiny hairs. And this is just in clear. So we're gonna, sometimes I just want a clear brow gel, but I don't want one that's going to leave me looking flaky. And we all know a clear brow gel does not stay clear for long. Let's see how the pencil goes over top of it. Okay, so while we're waiting on the brow gel, I'm gonna go in with eyes. This is the Morphe Outer Space eyeshadow palette. It's one of their brand new eyeshadow palettes. I love this whole thing. Okay, when they came out with their very first eyeshadow palette with these like molten metallics, I don't even know what they're calling it. I did open it up. I didn't use it yet, but I did open it up and looked at it because I just needed to, okay? Also, this packaging, like, come on, does that not look like a high-end container? Like, I'm sorry, what? I'm telling you, they are just killing it, okay? And yes, so the two in the middle are molten metals, and then you have your eyeshadows on the side. You can apply them dry or wet. So I am so excited, but we have to swatch. Let's swatch. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Swatch. And this is not wet. Oh my goodness. Look at that. All over the lid. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. And then we're going to go in with the bottom bronzy shade, which I wish I would have got this sooner. I would have rocked this all summer long. Ooh, that's so pretty. It almost reminds me of the Urban Decay. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the Outer Space Cowboy, whatever. Like, I feel like that was their inspiration because it's not like a full-on like metal, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a sheer, but that's like wearable to me, you know? The versus like a straight up like thick, highly pigmented metal looking eyeshadow, unless you're like going out, you know? But I am gonna go into this shade right here. Go in with that color. I just love the 6 pans. I do. Like, I don't need a whole 24 pan eyeshadow palette. Like, I know that they were really big for those back in the day, but I like how they realize like people are not doing eyeshadows the way that they used to. So like we don't need these huge eyeshadow, you know, palettes anymore. But I feel like this is just such a fun way to get people to be interested in eyeshadow again. And then let's swatch. Ooh, that is like butter. Okay? The Jaclyn Hill formula, I feel got knocked out of the park. I mean, do they all feel like that? No, this one feels a little bit different. The one up here feels soft, but not as like, I thought that was a cream at first. Like, this is literally butter. And that pigment, oh my gosh. Okay, let's, oh, that's so pretty. I'm so excited. You don't understand, I'm so excited. Like, you were seeing my real first impressions here, okay? Okay, I am like all But we're gonna go, because we have like this like bronzy peachy cheek, I'm gonna put this on the eye. That's not even wet. That's not even wet. Just saying, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Yep. They did that. We're gonna go and finish our brows with the Nano brow pencil, and I feel like that's too high because of how low. Oh yeah, I just absolutely love how micro it is, you know, like it's so little. Like I love those like little hair strokes. But, and I love how like the brow pens do that, but sometimes they're just a little bit difficult for me to work with. I also like how it like is putting on these brows easily on top of the brow gel. And I will say that the brow gel too is, it's not the type of brow gel, which I do like, that is going to make your brows like laminated, you know what I mean? I don't know what their actual claims were, but if anything, it just makes them look natural and fluffy. It still lets them be hairs. All right, I'm gonna very quickly do my lashes. To set my face, I'm gonna use the, of course, famous continuous setting mist from Morphe. Morphe redid their lip liners as well as came out with new like matte-ish lipsticks. So I picked up 2 of each. I still have their Sweet Tea lip liner. I love this one. So I got the shades Spiffy and Honey in the lip liners, and then I got the shade Teddy and Petal in the lipsticks. So I'm excited. We're going to kind of swatch. I don't have obviously the full collection because I bought this myself and I did not go crazy and buy every single one. But this one's like a cooler tone brown. And Teddy is going to be, like I feel a little bit more warmer. Yes. So this one's going to be a bit more warmer. So you have your cool tone and a bit warmer. And I feel like we are very warm today. Like our cheek is very, very warm. So we're probably going to lean on the warm side. And then Petal and Teddy. Did I say Teddy for this? I mean Honey. This was Honey, the warmer one. So Spiffy and Honey. And then I think I'm going to go in with Teddy because again, Teddy is a bit warmer. So this is what the packaging looks like. I just like opened it up and didn't even like show you guys. I'm so sorry. So this is the Lip Filter Hydro Plump Soft Matte Lipstick. I did already wear this one. So that one does not look as brand new, but this is what the packaging looks like. It's almost like a stick lipstick. They're all sticks, but you know what I mean? Like it's more chicer and longer. And yeah, and then you do have your Morphe M stamp there. So we're probably going to use that one today. But yeah, this is what it's like, your nude. Like, and to me, this is like a nude. It's so crazy because I was watching so many swatches and so many like different influencers who got the whole thing, like trying to figure out which one would be best for me. You just have to swatch. They do have samples at the Ulta store because what was nude on others was way too pale on me, and then what was like, this is like my nude, and this was like showing up as a little bit more darker on others. So that is that. Because I really liked Ballet, but when I looked at that in person, I was like, ooh, that's not what I was going for. So this one's Petal, and this is like my pinky nude shade. So as you see, I did use it already, so the M is not as pretty, but we'll swatch that as well. And you can see it's more of your like lighter mauve, pinky, almost like neutral nude, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's why I got 2 different lip liners. This is going to be your cooler tone pair, and then this is going to be your warmer tone pair. We're gonna go in with Honey. And then we're gonna go in with Teddy. So Honey lip liner, Teddy lipstick. Right in the middle. Oh, that's so pretty. And that's definitely like my nude color. Like that's like my perfect nude pair. Like, yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, well, that is everything, guys. The storm is hitting, so I'm gonna go get my daughter. So sorry if I seemed a little unfocused maybe towards the end. I was trying to hide it, but my mind is like, let me go get my daughter. It's storming, it's pouring. I know she's safe. I know everything will be fine, but I want to go get my baby. So this is everything. Tell me what is your favorite. What do you have your eye on? Everything that is new that I tried from their like newer releases. This was not first impressions. I did use it once or twice, but this is pretty new. But love it. I literally love everything. Okay, I love the lip liners and the lipsticks. They have a very light sweet scent, but it's nothing that's going to like make you sick or nauseous or anything or drive you crazy. And the lipsticks themselves are very like hydrating, but will give you like that matte look. You know what I mean? Just not the cracky lips, the dry lips. It's not transfer proof. It doesn't say it's transfer proof. They're new. They have like 4 different pans, so I would say check out their new eyeshadows because gorgeous. Love that. I'm gonna play around with the brow gel a little bit. I think that's the only one that didn't like really impress me, but I will play around with it a little bit more. So far so good. I do like the pencil. Maybe I found my new favorite pencil, we'll see. And again, so far so good with the concealers as well, and I think that they would be a great pair. And I do think that the concealers are going to be a great pair with their newer foundation as well. So yeah, that is everything, guys. Again, here's the swatches of the 2 lipsticks and 2 lip liners in case you're still wondering. But yeah, that is everything, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if I look a little bit crazy, but again, it's been a day. So I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.